Hey, I'm Carl Taylor. I'm the founder of Books for Experts. Welcome to my video here. Today, I want to talk about a very important thing for lawyers. How do we stand out in the age of AI? How do you stand out when people can go into their smartphone and pull up ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or whatever and just have the answers to most of the questions they have about the law? For a long time, we were able as attorneys to produce content or to pay somebody to produce our content that focused on answering questions. And to some extent, that still exists, but it's very easily replicated by ChatGPT. And the way to stand out to AI, which is going to be the number one referral source for lawyers in the next couple of years, and it's going to dominate. And also the way to stand out now to search engines, which are infused with AI, is you have to bring something extra to your content. It's not enough to just dryly answer questions or copy and paste statutes. Everyone's doing that. And the only way to stand out is by infusing your writing with yourself. As a narrative strategist, that's what I help my clients do. I help them go beyond just the technical components of the law, which I understand. I've been a lawyer 16 years. Um, but what I also understand is you're writing for consumers or referral sources. And above all else, you're kind of writing for AI. You're trying to build up that authority to AI. So when you write a blog post or an article or especially something as evergreen as a book, what you really want to do is focus on three things. One is your expertise. That's one third of the equation, but it's not the whole equation. What you know, what your ideal reader should know, what your ideal client should know about your area of the law. Easy enough, right? You're an expert. You know that. I just help you kind of digest it and put it out into a form that's easily understood. Then your professional philosophy. What makes your firm different than all the others? Is it the fact that you're more settlement minded than most? That you see the big picture, that you use analytics? Is it your client focused philosophy that you put your clients above all else? You'll give them your cell phone, God forbid, in divorce law. You'll take their phone calls 24/7. You'll hold their hand as needed. Is it that you're very aggressive? You're the mean attorney and I'm the meanest. Now remember, it's got to be more than that because there's so many attorneys out there in certain practice areas saying that they're a pit bull or a shark or that they're aggressive. So you have to figure out one level deeper. What is it exactly? I'm aggressive because I take cases to trial all the time. I'm aggressive in my settlement negotiations. I'm aggressive because I use data to back up my aggression. I'm the smart shark. Um, and then you have to bring some of yourself into it. And that's really hard for lawyers because we've been taught since law school to not be vulnerable and to not really show who we are plainly and cleanly or clearly. And your book has to do that. In order to find clients who are aligned to your practice, you have to show some of yourself. You have to reveal. So think about a magic show, right? The magician brings themselves, right? It's not just the tricks, it's the stage presence. It's the ability to bring of themselves, right? That sets a good magician apart. And I'm not somebody who particularly enjoys magic shows, but I think it's a good example, right? Because we think we're there to be entertained, and we think we're there for the big reveals or whatever, but we're really there to see a performance. And we know some of the magician, or at least their public persona during that performance. We know some of their philosophy, right? Some are mentalists, some are more focused on the prestige, you know, but they all bring themselves, they all bring their philosophy to the work because and really they're sort of constrained because they can't tell you everything about how they're doing what they're doing, right? But there's still factual based elements to magic. They want to give you just enough to keep your eye. So you can learn a lot from showmen or show people who in areas like magic because they are not just there droning on and on about the facts. Um, you know, I'll, I've taught you a little bit about myself in this video, right? Not just the facts of what AIO looks like in the future or what a book should be, but a little bit about, hey, I practiced law for a number of years, 16. Um, my philosophy is that people need to lawyers need to improve their positioning and they need to get out in front of this AI thing right away so they can not just future proof their practices, but thrive their practices, right? Um, and it's hard, right? It's hard because ultimately I have the DNA of a lawyer. I've been a lawyer my entire adult life. I'm still a lawyer, even as I sit here starting books for experts. But your audience, your clients, the world at large, it's not going to be enough anymore to just say, I have this knowledge up here and you need me for my knowledge because they're going to be able to find that knowledge anywhere and much cheaper than you can offer it. So the differentiation point becomes your strategy. How do you take that knowledge and implement it into something that's going to be more effective? And you have to be the authority. You have to tell them who you are, what you know, why you do what you do. And if you couple all those things together, you're repackaging your knowledge in a way that's palatable and that stands out to AI and human referrals alike. And that's a really powerful dynamic and a really powerful thing to have in this moment, as we're nearing 2026 here and AI is ubiquitous. And think about it. Is it just enough to say I'm a divorce lawyer in Tarzana, California? Is that enough to draw in the clients you want? Even if you say I want high net worth clients, right? What you really want is people who are aligned with your practice, your philosophy, your values. What good is a billion-dollar client if they're coming in and they're treating your staff like crap and they're telling you they want you to bend the rules so they break and maybe put your license on the line? It's not you really want, at least for most attorneys, right? You want people who, you know, so it's looking beyond demographics to psychographics, right? Like, who is your ideal client? How are they aligned with your practice? How do you find them? You find them through your content. You find them through videos like this, um, and through articles and through books, all the authority assets that are necessary to build true authority in the age of AI. So just things to think about as you consider your marketing, as you consider your content creation, your socials. Again, this is Carl Taylor, founder of Books for Experts. I hope this was valuable. And if you have any questions or you want to talk about how to build real authority for your law firm, reach out to me. It's booksforexperts.com. Thanks.